Make sure my phone on DND, I keep my door closed.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the DND podcast. Today, I am joined by a special guest, 321's very own Reid Hurley. Reid, thank you for joining us today.
What's up, everybody?
How we doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. The Bully album dropped a few weeks ago. We're here to review it with you guys.
Yeah, very excited to review Bully here. We were talking about it in the car when I came and grabbed you, but what are your I'll let you start first. What do you kind of feel about Bully as far as how the old album was? I know you had mentioned there was some stuff that came out before the actual album itself dropped. So what do you kind of feel about it?
So I'm kind of like a massive Kanye fan. So a lot of the stuff that he makes, I really like a lot of his stuff. But I feel like this album is overall pretty solid. There are few misses. Like the second half is pretty messy. But I really enjoy like a lot of like the first half and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the album, just like you said. The first half was definitely stronger. I wouldn't say that I'm like a diehard Kanye fan. I guess if I had to persuade more in like a bigger fandom, I would probably say I'm more of a Drake guy.
Yeah.
Not to say that I hate Kanye. I do appreciate his work. I never really got too into Kanye. I definitely love Graduation and a little bit of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. So I definitely can appreciate his work. This album, however, it was kind of like, for me, it was very bland getting through it. A lot of the songs kind of sounded the same, but the songs that did hit for me were, good ones for sure, like the self-titled track Bully with CeeLo Green.
Yeah.
Random feature, but I was definitely a big fan of CeeLo Green's vocals
I like
in that
one.
one.
A lot.
Yeah, I loved that one. The one with Travis Scott, of course, it's the most popular on the album, but it's the most popular for a reason. Definitely a good one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you guys haven't listened to it already, I would definitely check it out. Same with the CeeLo Green one.
I also think All the Love is pretty good.
All the Love. I was just actually going to pull up the track list.
That's the one that comes after Father.
Oh, yeah, All the Love. I do remember All the Love. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it had a feature. I also like the intro, King. King was a good one. I always have this philosophy when it comes to listening to albums for the first time that in order to keep me want to keep listening, it always has to start on like a high note. King was one of those where I did like the intro and it kept me wanting to listen to more. But yeah, like we talked about, just you lost me towards the second half. After the first 9 tracks, because literally the 9th track is Bully. After that, you kind of start losing me.
The one I also did really like is called White Lines.
White Lines?
Yeah.
Yes.
That one's good.
I like the ones with talk boxes. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
That little talk box in the beginning, those little like background vocals, those are really cool. There was another one because my friend's also kind of a big Kanye fan, and he was telling me about like the Alvin vocals, like the Alvin and the Chipmunks vocals. Yeah. I forget, what song is that? Is that All the Love?
Oh,
Whatever Works.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That one I'm a big fan of too, even with those like Alvin and the Chipmunk vocals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What did you think about that one?
Looking at the track list right now, it seems like all the ones that came near the end were the ones we already heard, because before this he released like I think 2 or 3 EPs.
Yeah, you had mentioned that earlier. I wanted you to kind of brush up on that.
Yeah, so the ones that I'm looking here that were well known before this was Highs and Lows, Circles, Preacher Man, Beauty and the Beast, Damn, Last Breath. And Last Breath. And I think they're all pretty similar to what they originally were. The song Bully was also reworked, which was also one of the other songs.
Oh, okay.
I forget what the original title is. That one's like, the Bully one's a lot better than it was. But some here, like Circles and Last Breath, I think were kind of ruined from what they originally were.
Okay. As someone who's a big Juice WRLD fan, I definitely know where you're coming from with that. Because there have been songs just like that where the unreleased version sounds so much better. There's a whole lot of examples that I can go on for days talking about how unreleased versions were so much better, and then they finally get dropped on streaming platforms and they sound so much worse, whether it's because of the mixing, the production, they tinker with the vocals, they added an unnecessary feature, stuff like that. One of the main ones that I can definitely think of was Arctic Tundra with Nicki Minaj that got released. The unreleased version just by himself was so much better.
Yeah.
Honestly, the entire Party Never Ends album, there were a lot of like, I get what they were trying to do with the album, kind of making it more of like a concert theme, but then they just kind of like turned it, I don't know, the whole crowd and stuff, and then they reworked a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like the song Condone It, like they took out a whole verse and just made it like the outro, and like the DJ talking for like 30 seconds when there was like a whole nother verse that would have made the song so much better. And it's just like little things like that like you have to be a real diehard fan to like notice that and understand and like be like, this isn't how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's how you felt with this album here with Kanye West.
There's also a few that aren't even on the track list. Like there was one, I'm not quite sure what the name was. There's a few. There's like one with Skepta that wasn't on this album.
I love Skepta.
There's another one with Don Toliver that he showcased that wasn't on the album.
I could use a Don Toliver feature.
There's a lot of tracks, especially he did like a listening party and stuff before the album dropped.
Oh yeah,
And some of the songs just weren't even like released. So
Yeah.
people like think there's gonna be a deluxe version of this album, which I could probably see happening soon.
I hope he does that, because didn't he do that with Donda?
Yeah, he did it with Donda.
He had Life of the Party, right, with
Yeah.
Andre 3000?
That song's so good.
I love that song. I'm so glad he did that, because I was a fan of Donda when it came out, and I'm glad, like, in the original album, he put, like I'll say, for example, Jail, and then Jail Part 2, where there was, like, a DaBaby feature.
Yeah.
And then I think there was another one that had, like, it was... I forget what the song's called. And then it was something part 2, and then it had like a Playboy Cardi feature.
The one I wish had a part 2 was Off the Grid. You know that song?
Yeah,
It's with
I actually...
5 Foreign.
Yeah,
and
I was
Cardi.
just listening to that while I was making the thumbnail and the graphics for this.
That song's so good.
Yeah, I was listening to that. There's a part 2 to that?
No, I said I wish that was one of them.
Oh, where like he had like, okay. Yeah. No, Fabio did his
That's
thing.
like one of
though.
my favorite ones on that album.
Yeah. There was another, like Vultures, like Carnival. Like,
Yeah.
if that didn't get TikTokified, which is what I would refer to it as, that song would be like so much better. It just got ruined by TikTok,
Yeah.
like overplayed. Like people were like using it as trends for like dances and stuff. I feel like if that didn't happen, like it would be so much better, or just like so more highly looked upon, so to speak.
I also I know like the Vulture albums are like a bit hated, but I think the first one's like really solid. The second one's just all right.
The second one I was not really too keen on.
Yeah.
We'll go more into Kanye's old stuff because I know you're more of a fan than I am. So I can't really like speak on behalf of the old Kanye and
Yeah.
then that little like gray area that we just recently got out of. And then because it seems like with this album, he's kind of going back to that older sound.
Yeah.
So kind of where do you feel like, how do you feel with this album, where he's at, where his trajectory is compared to like, because it looked really bad about like a year or 2 years ago.
Yeah. I think like this album definitely has a lot of Yeezus vibes and also maybe like Life of Pablo vibes. But then there's also still stuff he's still using from the Vulture era.
Yeah.
Like the certain sounds and stuff. If I had to rank this album, I'd probably put it in between his discography. Because some of his... I don't think like any of his albums are bad besides
Right.
Vultures 2.
Yeah, Vultures 2 was pretty bad.
The official Donda 2 was not that great.
That's right, because he did drop that. That ended up
Yeah.
coming out on streaming platforms.
The original, before it was released, was like so much more like well produced
Yeah.
and stuff.
There were some songs on there that I like knew from before, and then I noticed that he had dropped it. I think it was on like the anniversary or something like that.
Yeah.
And I went back and listened to them, and they sounded the same. So some of the songs, like the songs that I did like, ended up staying the same. So I'm glad for that. But I didn't even notice that he changed some of the songs. So,
Well, it's also because he left out some songs too.
oh, okay, I didn't even know that either.
Yeah. There was like a whole bunch of stuff like from, especially with Vultures 3, which hasn't dropped either.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of scrapped stuff between the Donda era and the Vultures era,
Yeah.
which is like a lot of missed music that we could have had.
Oh yeah, there was like a snippet that came out where I want to say sampled Lady Gaga or something like that, and it sounded really good. And I thought it was gonna be on Bully, but it never ended up coming out, which I can only imagine because they probably couldn't get the sample cleared. But
Yeah.
that was one of them because I heard it on TikTok, like a snippet of it, and I was like, damn, this is really good. Like this sounds like old Kanye. Like if this came out, I'm bumping this all the time. But I guess it never ended up coming out on Bully, so I'm hoping, he gets that sample cleared and it ends up on the deluxe if you're saying that he ends up dropping one.
Yeah. Also, one of them from the Vultures era, I kind of wish was released was Everybody. You know that song? It sampled the Backstreet Boys.
Oh, maybe if I heard it. Oh, yeah. I do remember that one. Yeah.
That
was
one
a good
was so good.
Yeah.
I think it was Charlie Wilson who was like doing the vocals.
All right. So I'm going to pick 5 random Kanye West albums, and you have to rank them for me.
Okay.
From 1 to 5. Your first album, we're going to start with Jesus is King.
I wasn't a huge fan of this album. It's just a pretty above average album. There's a lot of good stuff on here, but I'd probably rank it at 4.
4.
Yeah.
I don't hate that because like it is considered like one of the weaker albums in his discography. So I don't hate that. Up next, 808s and Heartbreaks.
Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this album.
A lot of fans would disagree. A lot of Kanye fans would disagree with you.
It is also super influential, but I also just haven't really gone back to it as much as other Kanye albums.
Fair enough.
So I'd probably put it at 3.
Okay. All right, your third album, we'll put Yay.
Oh.
Short album, but it's a good one.
I'd probably have to put that at 2.
Okay.
Because Yay, that's like one of my favorite Kanye albums.
You got to save that one spot.
Yeah.
You got to save the one spot. Your next album, Late Registration.
This is so hard because I can't put it at 5, but then I also can't put it at 1.
You have 5 and 1 left. You gotta be very.
I'm safe at putting it at 1.
Wow.
That's a really good album. That's like one of Kanye's best works.
I'm not gonna lie, I really screwed you with this because
Yeah.
your last album was Graduation. So Graduation is going at your 5.
That's not. All right, that's fine. I think
Fine.
if I saw the list, I would still have late registration at 1.
Okay.
Yay at 2. Graduation at 3. 808s at 4, and then Jesus is King at 5.
Yeah, I think that is.
So it's not a
better.
terrible list.
Not terrible, but
Yeah.
I definitely screwed you at the end.
Yeah.
But yes, we'll turn this back on. We'll do a tier ranking for you. Okay, so there's some unreleased on here too.
Okay.
All right, so your first one is College Dropout.
It's obviously S tier, Kanye's first album, but it's also one of his bests. There's so much good production, so much good features all throughout this album. Such a classic too. It's hard to say. I don't think there's like any misses on this album besides like the skits.
I'm gonna trust you on that because, like I said, I don't know. I honestly don't even know College Dropout.
Really?
I honestly don't even know if I can name a song on there unless you tell me.
You know one. All Falls Down. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you got me there. All right.
I think you can name at least at least one song on each of these albums.
I think I could. I think confidently I could probably. You're probably right. But your next album is Late Registration.
All right, Late Registration. I'll put it. I'll put it at A tier.
Okay.
It's not as good as College Dropout, but it's still very solid. Again, also a lot of great production and features. It's also like such like I don't know, because I didn't really listen to that much Late Registration until like kind of recently. So I always thought it was just like kind of a mid album.
Yeah.
Even though I just didn't really listen to it much, but now I can say it's like a really good album. I liked it a lot.
All right, so your next album is Graduation. Now, I have an opinion of where I would put this. Granted, I don't know much Kanye West, so I can't, like I said, I can't speak on behalf of it. So I'll let you take it away.
I have a hot take about Graduation.
Oh, okay.
It's very overrated.
Wow. Coming from a Kanye fan, guys, what are we thinking?
You always see the comments where it's like, but Kanye made Graduation. That's not the album they should be praising. I think the album they should be praising is College Dropout, Life of Pablo, maybe even Yeezus. I think everyone knows every song on this album. All of these songs have like 1 billion plus streams at this point.
Yeah.
It's like every song on here is a classic, but I've never been a huge fan of the album, so I'll put it at B.
B tier, okay.
Yeah.
So your next album is 808s and Heartbreaks.
Ooh, I know I wasn't too big on it earlier, but I think it's like in between B and C. Thinking about it, there's still like a lot of great tracks on it. So I was thinking of putting it at B. Also, it's like super influential. Like,
Yeah.
I can't really have it at C.
Like the same thing goes for like Yeezus. Like I know you talked about how people don't talk about it as much, but I feel like whenever people do talk about Kanye albums, Yeezus does get mentioned.
Yeah.
Because of like, it's almost like his, I want to say experimental album.
It's
and it
very
was, like,
experimental.
and it was like very looked high upon. So we'll throw it in B,
Yeah.
and that is with Graduation. Your next album is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, this one's going S.
It's gotta be.
It's gotta be. There's no way you can't put this at S. There's not a single bad song on this album. Not a single bad feature. Not a single bad verse.
Yeah.
I don't think anything is bad about this album. I don't know how Anthony Fantano still put it at 6.
I can't believe that either.
Like,
Anthony Fantano. I'm the new Anthony Fantano, and I'm way better than Anthony Fantano. But your next album is the collab album with Jay-Z, Watch the Throne.
I haven't listened to much of this album. I've listened to it like fully a couple times.
Okay.
There are a lot of good tracks on here, but it's like a lot of like the stuff. It's like very forgettable. There's obviously a few like very memorable tracks, like the Paris song.
Yeah.
There's also the one with Frank Ocean,
Yes.
No Church in the Wild.
No Church in the Wild. And then I'm a big
Otis.
fan of Otis. Yeah.
Yeah, Otis.
Otis
yeah.
with Otis Redding.
So I'll put it at B tier.
Yeah, I would say like the highs are high. The highs are definitely high on this album.
Yeah.
But like the lows are kind of like eh. Your next album is Good Music, Cruel Summer.
All right. Let me look at this track list because I haven't listened to it in a while.
I think Virgil made this album cover.
There
if I'm not
is a
mistaken.
lot of good songs in this album.
Mercy's on there, right?
Mercy,
Yeah. That's a
Don't
banger.
Like with Chief Keef.
Yes.
Click with Big Sean.
That's
such
another
a
good one.
song.
Wow. Some of these I don't
Sin
even
City
realize.
with John Legend.
Wow.
There
Yeah,
is
there's good ones.
a lot of good stuff on this one.
It's quality on here.
Oh, and Ghostface Killah's on this.
yeah.
This is like an A tier album for me.
there's good features.
There
for sure.
is like all of these songs. Oh yeah, Travis Scott's also on Sin City. This is like such a good album.
So we're throwing in an A tier.
Yeah, like one of these songs, Pusha T, Common, 2 Chainz.
That's a crazy feature.
That's
list.
awesome.
Imagine that in 2026. Probably will. Maybe honestly, you could honestly see that.
Yeah.
But your next album is Yeezus.
I'm think I'm throwing this at S tier.
I don't hate it.
There is so many good stuff on this album. A lot of people don't like it, but I really it's like this album, either you don't like it or you love it.
Yeah.
There's like no in between.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorites on this album is the one with Chief Keef. I forget it's called.
I forget too.
I think it's called Hold My Liquor. That one is really good. There's a couple of songs. I mean, obviously, Crazy Intro, On Site.
Yep.
me
On
look
Site
at-
is a crazy intro. Blood on the Leaves.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Guilt Trip, Send It Up. Oh, there's just so many good songs on this
Yeah.
album. New Slaves. Like,
That's a good one too.
there is no miss. Even though I always like skip it when it comes to Bound 2. I think Bound
Yeah.
2 is just overplayed.
It's just overplayed.
But
That's
it's a
why.
great song.
It's a great song. Just TikTok ruined it and it got overplayed.
Yeah, so I'm still putting this at S tier. Such a great album.
Good one for sure. Your next is The Life of Pablo. This is a very, very good one. The intro is my favorite.
Yes.
Ultralight Beam.
Ultralight Beam. I was
I
listening to
love
that
that song.
earlier.
Yeah.
That song is... this is my favorite Kanye album. There is so much to love about it.
I have kind of a bit of an inkling of where you're going to put this
S
on
tier.
your ranking. So that is definitely a Reid S tier for sure.
There is so much to love on that album.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for early Chance the Rapper, so
Yeah.
I definitely was a big
Yeah,
fan of
that
Ultralight
first that might be my favorite on the album, or I don't know, cause there's Waves with Chris like prime Chris Brown.
Beam. Yeah. You're cooking here.
30 Hours, which is I forget who's on. I think Andre's on it. Andre 3K. He's like does like ad libs on it.
Okay.
And then No More Parties in LA with Kendrick.
I was gonna say I'm a Drake fan till I die, but Kendrick absolutely killed No More Parties in LA.
And a Madlib beat, which is awesome.
Yeah.
That beat was fun fact about this song, like that beat, I think it was made in like 2009.
No kidding.
And it was like never used because they didn't know like how they would want to like use the album,
yeah.
like use the track.
It's like who could flow on this?
So he gave it to Kanye and Kendrick, 2016. And then Fade, which introduced Post
Oh, yeah.
Malone into the mainstream. Also,
Post Malone's on Fade?
Yeah.
Why did I never notice that?
It was also supposed to be Uzi. Uzi had a verse on it.
I feel like I remember
Uzi.
hearing that. Wow, yeah.
And then Saint Pablo with Kanye and Sampha.
Yep.
Sampha's vocals on that album is just perfect.
Sampha does have songs like that. Because I know from early Chance the Rapper records, the Coloring Book I think he was on, which, yeah, he kills it every time.
Yeah.
But your next album, of course, is Ye. I have a feeling of where you're putting this.
I'm putting it in between S and A.
I knew it. I have one picked out that I feel like you're going to put out. I'm going to see if you're going to do it. Let's see.
I feel like it's too short to put it at S, so I was going to put it at A.
I knew it. I knew you were going to put it at A. It is like, that is true though. It's good, but it's short. So I can see why. Next album, Kids See Ghost, collab with Kid Cudi.
This one, when I listen to it, I listen to Ye and Kid See. Like I have like a playlist where I just put it together, so it's one album because they release like a week apart.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so I always like put them as like the same album, even though they're obviously like different vibes. This is also, I think, the only Kanye album that Anthony Fantano rated a 10.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm gonna be the new Anthony Fantano for Reid. He's gonna start referencing me for all of his rankings. Dude, like, yeah, that Dan kid, he rated freaking Octane a freaking 9 out of 10. It should have been a 10. But Kids See Ghost, Kanye, and Kid Cudi. Basically, what do we call it? The Yeezus Deluxe.
Yeah. Or the Ye Deluxe.
Or Ye Deluxe.
I'll put it in A.
Next album. This is an unreleased one, so you can correct me if I'm wrong. This is Yeezus 2.
Yandi.
Yandi, that's what it is. Oh my gosh, yes.
This one was supposed to drop like
I remember he hyped it up
5 different times. It just never.
I remember. I think didn't he like tweet it. He was like Yandi coming
tonight.
This date. Yeah, and then it just never happened.
He was like talking about there's like a bee in his room, and he like there's a bee in the studio, and they couldn't finish the album.
Yeah, I feel like I know a song off Yandi.
You probably know New Body.
If I heard it, I would know
It's with Ty Dolla $ign, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, if I heard it, I would definitely know it. Do you know it enough to well enough to rank it? And if so, where are we putting this?
It's probably between like a B. I think I put it at a B.
B?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a bee in the studio and they couldn't finish the album. Don't remember a lot of the songs. If I knew it and there's like a whole bunch of like great tracks, and I'll probably put it at A, but I don't remember the track list enough.
Yeah, if you can't remember it that well, then it's not that worth it.
Yeah.
But look at that ranking. We have 4 albums in S, A, and B. We have nothing in C yet, nothing in F
We're
yet.
about to.
But I felt, I was going to say, we're about to have one, I feel like, in either category, with the next album being Jesus is King. Back in 2019, I think he released it.
Yeah. This was supposed to be Yandi, and then he reworked it into Jesus is King. I'll put it at C.
Yeah, I feel like that's a respectable
It made like a lot of the Yandi songs worse, because there was a couple of like not like worse, but like not as good as the original Yandi versions.
Yep. And
there's like a lot of missed stuff that we could have had with Yandi. But
yeah. Next album, the 2021 Donda.
Donda, it's bloated, but there's a lot of good tracks on it.
But there is highs on here. There's good. The highs are definitely high on this album.
I think there's only like a few bad songs. Maybe like there was like one with Pop Smoke, Tell the Vision. Yes. I don't know why he didn't just put the version that was on Pop Smoke's album on this album as well.
Yeah.
That song is like so good. And then obviously there's a lot of good stuff on here. There's Off the Grid, which is like one of my favorites on the album.
Of course. Yeah.
There's a couple Baby Keem verses throughout, which is awesome.
What's the one with Roddy Ricch? That one's like
Pure Souls.
Yeah, that one's like
is
top 3.
So good.
Another one that I liked that I don't really actually go back to that much, but I do remember really liking it, was the Lauryn Hill sample. It was a sample of Doo-Wop, like the song Doo-Wop.
Oh yeah, Believe What I Say.
Yeah,
that one was really good.
I love that one too.
My problem with that song is like there's like a 2-minute outro that's like very bad. It like messes up the whole flow of the song. And then 24 is a good song.
I love 24.
And then
there's a version where Drake performed it at like the Larry Hoover concert.
Oh yeah.
And I have that downloaded on like my SoundCloud.
And then Keep My Spirit Alive.
That's a good one too.
A really good one. I forget who's on it.
and No Child Left Behind. We
Yeah.
could talk about this one for ages. That's how good this album was. I don't know. So Donda, where are we throwing Donda?
I'll put it at A, honestly.
Surprise! It's over graduation for you. That's
Yeah.
crazy. But up next, we have the sequel, Donda 2.
If we're talking about the official release version, I'll put it at C. There's some great songs like there's a good song with Future on it. I think it's
Happy,
called-
right?
Yeah, Happy.
Yeah, I love that one.
That one's just, that might be the best on the album.
Yeah. And we did it, kid.
Yeah.
With Baby Keem. I love that one too.
Yeah, that one's great. Let me look at the track list, see if I'm missing any. I don't remember I never go back to any of the songs.
True Love was a good one.
Yeah, with X. Yeah.
Love that one. Happy's good.
Happy. 530's good.
I don't remember 530.
That's also on Vultures.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's on Vultures too.
Yeah, We Did It with Baby Keem and the Migos
Yeah.
was good. I think City of God, was that the one with Alicia Keys?
Is that the one with Fivio?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one I'm thinking of. Okay, yeah. Then I feel like this album is very overhated, but we have
I know.
Vultures 1.
I don't even think there's like any bad songs on this album. The only one I don't really like is called Hood Rat because the intro is very bad. Like it just sounds awful. But everything on this album, I still go back to this album.
Okay.
There's so much good stuff on this album. The intro is great. Stars, I think it's called. The one with Freddie Gibbs, Back to Me. That one is awesome.
Damn, I got some homework to do, Reid. I got to go back and listen to some of these.
Paid with Ty Dolla $ign. Well, obviously Ty Dolla $ign, but that like he carries that song.
Oh, yep.
Do It, awesome song.
Mm-hmm.
Burn, there's like so much good stuff on this. Beg Forgiveness, Carnival, obvious. I think Carnival's still like a pretty solid song.
Honestly, I mean, not crazy to say. I'd say that song's like a 10 out of 10.
And then also the title track is also pretty good. Vultures.
Vulture?
That's like the single he released for it. I think Lil Durk's on it.
I'm trying to remember.
It's pretty good though.
I don't feel like I do remember, but I'll go back and listen to it.
I'll put this at a B.
Okay. Putting it at a B.
Yeah.
Same level as Graduation and 808s. Crazy. But, like we said, overhated for sure. Then we have Vultures 2.
This one
Oh, jeez.
This one's probably an F.
I don't think it's that crazy to say. Like, even the features that were, like, good on it, they got old.
Yeah.
Like, very stale.
Like, oh wait, there are a few good songs on here. Fried, which is kind of just like another Carnival. Not as good. Promotion's very good. It's with Future.
Yeah.
That one I love.
I do remember that one. That was, like, one of the ones where I'm thinking of where, like, it just kind of got old for me personally.
And then even You Know Miles is on this album. On the
That's
song
such
Bomb.
an interesting feature. That's a funny one.
Yeah, and then River is actually River's the best on here. It's with Young Thug.
Thug is peak.
And then Lifestyle with Lil Wayne. But everything else on the album is a miss for me.
But then we have, of course, the one we're talking about today, Bully.
I probably put it at B. It's great listen. I'm still listening to it. There's like a lot of good songs on it. If it was like worked on a bit more, I feel like it would be like could be higher. But it's not bad, especially where he was. But yeah, I think it's good to put it at B.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, you said if we were to rank it, you would put it like middle of the pack, which is exactly where you have it here. But that's it. That's our tier list. I think we did a pretty good job here.
Yeah.
Me personally, I would probably put a couple higher and maybe a couple lower. But I do like this. That's not bad. But finally, we're going to get into the Bully album ranking, the rating. So since you're the guest, I'll let you go first. I have a number in my head of where I rank it out of 10. So I'll let you talk about it and then give your rating.
I don't even know. Like, I think it's like probably 7.5 out of 10.
See, I'm in kind of the same ballpark.
Yeah, pretty respectable.
Reid's official rating, everyone, is a 7.5.
I'll do 7.5.
We'll say 7.5.
Yeah.
Mine in my head, because I was listening to it while I was making the thumbnail and before I picked up Reid here. My rating of Bully was a 6. I had it at a 6. Very much like you said, middle of the pack.
Yeah.
It lost you at the end, like in the second half, but the highs were high. You know, the feature with Travis Scott was good. The feature with CeeLo Green was good.
That song's so good, the CeeLo Green one.
Yeah, the songs where you had like Talkbox, like the Talkbox in there, I liked. The one with the high pitch, like Alvin and the Chipmunks sounding, I like that song too. There was just a couple. I can't think of the song titles off the top of my head, but there were like good songs that I could see myself going back to. There was a couple that I added to my playlist, which if you want my playlist, I do have it linked. I put it in the beginning of the video. And then Reid will have you shout out your Instagram or any social medias, your music, if you want people to check your playlists out and stuff. So that's our official rating. And that's going to do it for today's episode of Album Review. Thank you for joining me and Reid here on the DND podcast. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Take care and peace.